Okay, welcome back to my channel. This is actually a review. 3 years ago now, I did a video reviewing the first AirPod that came out, the Apple AirPods that came out back in like 2017. And I've been meaning to do a review on the AirPods Pro, which came out last year. And this is gonna be like my opinion, first impression with the Pros, and what I think of them and whether or not I would recommend them. Starting off, like the Pros are significantly more expensive, about like $100 more. So that's something to take into consideration. Like these are my first generation AirPods, right? And they still work. Granted, one of them is kind of dead, but like they still turn on, they still work to an extent. I've used them every single day on a consistent basis, and I did in my review, I highly recommended them. My issue with the AirPods, so they're very similar. Like if you know what these are like, the first generation, the Pros are very, very similar. The difference is they do have like sizing. They are noise canceling, and I would argue that the noise canceling is pretty good if you want something that's noise canceling. My issue with these though is the sizes that they give you. Like it comes in a box like this, just like the normal AirPods, right? And with like the manual and everything. But you open this and it gives you different sizes. It'll default to like the medium. But the problem is, so there's like large, small, and like the normal ones that are on here when you open it. And even the smallest size doesn't seem to stay in my ear very well. I had some Bose earbuds and those actually did work. I just think it's this design that I'm really not okay with and I don't like. The functionality of them is identical to the normal AirPods, but this fits in my ear so much better than this design. If this wasn't like necessary and if they could stay in properly, like if I took this little cap off and was able to use them just in my ears like this, I think I would have liked this design way more. I honestly don't like these earbuds because it's just very different. They're similar but different, but for whatever reason, the layout of this just fits and holds in my ear really, really well, and this just does not. And that's why I don't recommend them for someone that particularly, if you really like these AirPods and the way they're designed and the fact that they don't have those like size changing caps that like every single earbuds do, which is why I liked these. They were different. I don't know, it's just this uncomfortable silicone feel from the cups. I don't know what to particularly call them, but overall I just really didn't like it. I really wanted to like these because in terms of quality, I think the sound quality is a little bit better. Weight of these is about the same. It's not too different. They're very similar. The only difference is that these have noise canceling and are in a bigger case and have a different design, and they do maybe stay in your ears better, but I would argue they only stay in your ears better than the normal AirPods if these little cups fit your ears. If you're someone that like myself that does not like these, you're not going to like these earbuds. And I didn't really think about that going into when I got them, but just to show you like the difference, like if you put this in the case, you can see how much space that little cover takes up compared to without it on the other side. And just to do like a side-by-side comparison of just the normal earbud, this is like the old first generation I have, and this, it's a very different shape, completely different, right? That for whatever reason fits in my ears very well. This, it's tapered down and it's very short, and I find that it's actually very heavy, top heavy, and it's honestly just as secure as these. I was just hoping to get a better version of the AirPods, and instead it's like it's a completely different. I would not say that the AirPods Pro are like an upgrade from the traditional AirPods. If you're someone that likes Apple products and you like noise canceling and you don't care about that design, go for it. But for me, I really just dislike them. I wish that they had kept with the same design and just made a noise canceling version of this without changing the way it looked so it could fit my ears, because this was like the first time, and that's why I had such a really strong positive review with these, because I just found no negatives with them. It's just unfortunate that like after 3 years they're starting to like not work properly. So what I intend on doing is returning these and then potentially getting a new version of the standard AirPods. Willing to pay an extra $100 to get that noise cancellation, that I think is very good. It reminds me almost as good as like the Bose headphones that were popular a few years back when these first came out. They're kind of on par, which is impressive for like an earbud to be that noise canceling. But if you're someone that just like the AirPods, I wouldn't honestly, I wouldn't recommend upgrading. I don't think it's worth it unless you particularly like this like short angular design and that's gonna fit your ear better. Because at the end of the day, like the best earbuds for you or AirPod version for you is what's going to stay in your ear and fit better. And I just couldn't get, even with these different sizes, I couldn't get something that would stay in my ear and fit properly. I found that these would fall out more often than the standard AirPods, and that's crazy to me. But that's kind of my review. I do really like the design of this case. Like I wouldn't mind if they had like a bigger case for the AirPods if it meant having more battery life, because that was like something I kind of noticed as a setback. But out of these two, you know, they're super similar. The AirPods in general are very durable. I've had a bike roll over these. I've bent this case forward all the way back and it didn't snap off. And I use them every single day. I really wanted to like these, but they just don't work with me. Let me know if you've tried them or if you're interested in other kind of reviews from me. I don't do them very often on this channel, but I kind of want to maybe dabble more into it. Thanks for watching. Again, if you want to see more videos from me, subscribe down below. I try to post regularly. I also stream on Twitch, so feel free to check that out too. Yeah, I hope that you found this a little bit helpful. Maybe it convinced you to either go ahead and purchase it or like refrain from doing so. That's it. Thanks for watching.